Welcome back to Homebuyer University. You're about to make the biggest purchase of your life with buying a home, yet you don't know when you actually have to fork over money or who to fork over that money to. Today we're going to dive into all things payment related. When do you actually make payments while buying your home? Andrew, when is the first time you actually have to fork over some cash when buying a home?
Once you get into contract, the first time you're actually going to move money is when you place your earnest money deposit, which is your initial deposit into your escrow account.
So I want to take that and go a little bit deeper. So your earnest money deposit is what we in the biz call your EMD. You'll probably hear this term several times. Typically, this is due to the title and escrow company within the first 3 business days after your offer is accepted. Now, your earnest money deposit, or EMD, is essentially kind of like a security deposit. You'll know how much it is in your contract because you and your agent will work out how much that amount will be. Usually it's either a flat fee or a percentage of the purchase price. And what that is, again, is a security deposit. You're giving that money to title and escrow to hold for you. And basically it's a commitment to the seller to say, hey, this offer I'm making and all the terms on the contract that we're sending to you, this is my promise and my security deposit that I will fulfill my end of the contract. So you're preemptively putting some money in there before things close to say, hey, I'm committed to purchasing this property. However, if something comes up or negotiations go awry or you and the seller mutually agree to cancel the transaction, that EMD actually comes back to you. So it's not lost and gone forever, it's just there on hold to make sure that you and the seller are both fulfilling your terms of the contract.
So hold on a sec. I've got to bring in a bunch of money for my down payment, and now you're telling me I've got to put an earnest money deposit down. Is this above and beyond my total down payment?
No, technically that earnest money deposit, that EMD, will count towards your down payment and closing cost. You're just preemptively putting in a portion of it ahead of time. So it's not in addition to, likely it's all a part of your same total out-of-pocket expenses. It's just you're kind of buying a really big expensive thing and they want to make sure that you follow through with it. So they want a little bit of it ahead of time just as a placeholder to make sure you're not blowing smoke. So the EMD is the first time you come in with money when buying a home. There's a second time. When is that second time?
The remainder of your funds are going to be deposited into escrow, typically 1 to 2 days before your official closing date. The remaining funds include your down payment, any closing costs, and prepaids. But remember, you've already deposited your EMD at the beginning, which is a portion of those remaining funds.
All right, so to put it simply, there's only 2 times you come in with money when purchasing a home. The first time is that earnest money deposit, typically within 3 business days of your offer acceptance. And the final time is 1 to 2 days before your scheduled closing date, where you bring in the remaining balance of the funds that are owed. Along the way, you'll receive quotes and estimates that give you precise terms and dollar amounts for all the fees collected together, so you'll know what you're in for. But mentally and physically be prepared to get that money transferred over in the first 3 business days and then also 1 to 2 days before closing.